cactus and succulent growers, I'm Lynn and welcome to Desert Plants of Avalon. And in today's video is going to be another carry on from moving certain cacti and succulents that are not cold hardy back indoors for the winter months. And I've already done the euphorbias, and I also did some very speciality cacti that I put into the window as well in my kitchen. And today is going to be focusing on Haworthia. Now I have quite a lot of Haworthia in my collection, and I have them, a lot of them here on the plant stand in the polytunnel, along with my other types of aloes and gasterias and even agaves. They've always done very, very well out here in the polytunnel, as long as I don't let the temperature in winter drop below 5 Celsius, which is about 5 Celsius, about 41 degrees Fahrenheit. However, this year I was very, very lucky to have been gifted some incredible Haworthias from my wonderful friends Daz and Edith. Cactimania here on YouTube, and Daz not only gave me some incredible cacti and other succulents and other plants over the years as well, he very kindly gave me some gorgeous Haworthias from his stunning collection, many that he's grown from seed, as you can see here. Beautiful. And although that, I say, Haworthias are pretty cold hardy as long as they're protected from excess rain and anything below 5C, 41 Fahrenheit. This is my first year with these beauties, and because they've come from Daz, I want to make sure that I keep them extra warm this winter, because I want to be safe rather than sorry. I don't want to lose these. These are very, very special indeed. And I've made space in my grow room. Those of you may have seen the video I did the other day with my euphorbias, and I've got a lot of space there on the table. So these beauties are going to be coming up in the grow room to be protected over the winter, because Daz had these in his grow tent over the winter, and it might be a bit of a shock for them to have the cold temperatures here in my polytunnel. They're not used to it like all my other sort of Haworthias and gasterias and the like are over the years. So I've got a few things on this tray here, some agaves. Now these are obviously going to be staying out. I'm going to put these onto the plant stand. But these Haworthias that Daz gave me are going to be bringing in. This one particularly, Haworthia Edith Star, is one that I actually named. Edith is his beautiful girlfriend, and Edith Star I thought is perfect because the lovely glistening of the beautiful sort of lovely leaves, gorgeous, like almost like little stars glistening away, especially when the sun comes onto it. It's beautiful. There are little windows on them. So these are the beauties here, and I'm going to take you upstairs now into my grow room to show you where I'm going to be putting these Haworthia stunners. And I've also got this one here. This one is a Haworthia pygmy, and it's an extremely miniature, very, very tiny variety of Haworthia. And I've overwintered it the past couple of years here in the polytunnel, but I noticed last year it came down with spider mite, and although it seemed to be cold hardy, I want to take this indoors this year so I can keep an eye on it, because I don't want this, it's so tiny, I don't want any damage to come to it, and it's really recovered well. Very, very, very special miniature. I got this gorgeous little beauty from my wonderful friend Alex, who lives in Philadelphia, 2-3 years ago now maybe. But that's a miniature Haworthia, so that is also very special. So that's going to be coming in as well, along with all these beauties that we got from Daz. So now we go into the grow room. I'm going to show you where these beauties are going to go. Now here I am in my grow room, and as I mentioned, I brought a lot of the euphorbias that I had out in the polytunnel back into the grow room, and I did a video the other day about that. So if you didn't see that video, do go ahead and watch it after this one. I'll link that video up above. And I've got all this space here. I'm going to be putting the lovely Haworthias in the centerpiece here, because they're going to get they're nice and sort of low growing plants. They're not big tall plants, so I tend to put the taller growing plants such as these euphorbias and other smaller columnar growing cacti. I'm also going to have to bring in soon at the sides here, and then the smaller growing plants here, so it doesn't block any light coming in. And I'm going to be doing a lovely arrangement of the stunning Haworthias on this tray here. So what I'm going to be doing, obviously now, is going in, bringing all of them in and showing you what it looks like when it's done. Normally I sort of show you all the stages of bringing them in when I put a few away and then a few away, but it takes too long and it can be boring for you guys as well. So I'm going to show you now what it looks like here with the empty tray and what it looks like when these gorgeous Haworthias are all put away. So here we go, guys. Now you see it. And now you're going to see, woohoo, that's the awesome Haworthias from Cactimania, all put away here. And before I show you the tour and mention the names, I just want to mention that this Haworthia tessellata, was actually given to me in the summer by my wonderful friend Steph. So this isn't one of Cactimania's, but I've got it with all of these because, again, it's a new addition to my collection, so that's a beauty. And I've put the little Haworthia pygmy, the very miniature little Haworthia here, in my window. So a little cutie, little tiny one there. And that one, as I say, I've had a few years. And this one is a Haworthia Savannah that I've got here. Again, it's a little bit question mark whether it's cold hardy or not, so I'm overwintering it indoors to be on the safe side. So now these are the awesome Haworthias here, and what I did before I put them away, obviously I always check for signs of any hidden pests under the pots and on them, but these are completely clean, very, very healthy, and no problems there. And I've made sure I've removed any dead leaves by using a long-handled tweezers to remove the dead leaves to tidy them all up. And I also removed any dead flower spikes that have died off, and I remove them as well by using tweezers, by pulling out the dead flower spikes. If they're a bit hard to take out, then I'll cut the flower spike with some scissors, but they usually come out easy enough once they've come to the end of their flowering. And I have to say, these awesome Haworthias from Daz, a lot of them have flowered already for me. This one here, the Haworthia Matuka variety Nigra, is still sort of coming into flower. It's sort of coming to the end now, as you can see, but I didn't cut that one off because the spike is not ready to cut off yet. And I'm very happy to say the Haworthia Edith Star, this one here, has actually got a flower bird. So I'm going to be very excited about that because, as I mentioned, this one is extremely special because I actually named it for Daz, and Daz chose my name for this Edith Star. So named after his beautiful girlfriend Edith, of course, and Edith is a beautiful star, and so is this beautiful plant. So happy to see it in bird. And I made sure that I kept them in the same position there was in the polytunnel. I've put the labels to the front now, just so I can read them off to you for this tour. So then here we go. I'll just step back so you can see what they look like. Loads of space here left on the trays for when I bring the other non-cold hardy cacti succulents, because I've got still quite a few more in the polytunnel I need to bring out. So there's going to be quite a few up and coming videos coming up. But first of all here, this is Haworthia Giant, crossed with Amelia Major and crossed with Chocolate. And it's a gorgeous sort of lovely, beautiful Haworthia there. And it also has sort of lovely chocolate coloured leaves on it, as you can see, the lovely fleshy leaves. And this one as well, Haworthia Matuka variety Nigra, lovely sort of dark chocolatey leaves, hence the name. And what is amazing that during the summer, these went very, very dark. They were quite green when I got them from Daz, but in the polytunnel where it's very light, they went very, very dark, sort of lovely plummy colour, absolutely amazing. But as you can see, they're going a bit more green now because the sun has obviously died off and we're now in the fall. But beautiful, beautiful Haworthias. Haworthia Matuka variety Nigra crossed with Pygmy. And look at that as well, beautiful, lovely windows on them. Excuse me guys, when I'm saying windows, you think, what the hell is she talking about? Well, these are the lovely fleshy leaves on Haworthias. They have these lovely shiny, the leaves are like windows and they glisten away. And before I go on any more, I just want to mention that if you're not familiar with Daz and Edith's awesome channel, Cactimania, as I mentioned earlier, I'm sure many of you are, you must go over and check out Daz's videos on there, Cactimania. I'll link Daz's channel up above because he has the most amazing collection of Haworthias, and as I say, many grown from seed as well. You'll see his stunning collection as well as his gorgeous cacti and other succulents he has. He's very knowledgeable. So that Haworthia Matuka variety Nigra crossed with Pygmy. And then this one is Haworthia variety Nova Enon. Beautiful Haworthia as well here, as you can see. Lovely, gorgeous, the little white spots on them as well. The lovely, it's just gorgeous, beautiful nodules as you can call it. I love the markings on Haworthias, and very, very special, as I say, from Daz. And this one, Haworthia Cooperii, cultivar Clear Jade. Another beauty that was also flowering for me during the summer. Very gorgeous there. Again, this went very, very dark plum over the summer when it got a lot of light. I had these on a tray under the table to give them a lot of shade, but they still went very dark with the light, a lovely plum, and now they're greening up. Again, now it's coming up to the winter time and less sunlight available. And as I mentioned here, Haworthia cultivar Edith Star. The stunner, and their beautiful fleshy leaves here with the lovely glistening windows here. They glisten away like stars, and as I mentioned, very happy to see it's coming into bud. So very exciting, that one, I have to say. Haworthia asperula, Retusus gigantea, another beauty there. Look at that. It's absolutely gorgeous, and as I say, the markings on the windows on Haworthias are just so stunning. All extra special because Daz has grown a lot of these from seed. Here, Haworthia margaritifera. What a lovely name, margaritifera. Lovely as well. Look at the lovely teeth on these as well. The lovely sort of white spots, the teeth. And you can run your fingers over them. You can feel the lovely nodules on them. Absolutely beautiful there. And then here, Haworthia pygmy, crossed with Matica variety nigra. Again, another lovely one that goes a lovely dark sort of plum in the sun. And this one is now greening up lovely again. Beautiful windows on this. Lovely fleshy, beautiful glistening windows. And then here, Haworthia arachnoidea. It sounds like arachnoidea, but arachnoidea. Sorry, Dad, if I'm saying this wrong. Beautiful pot of awesomeness there. Just show you my hand. Gorgeous Haworthia. Beautiful as well, and when the sun comes onto these, they glisten away, as I mentioned. It's absolutely beautiful pot there. This was from my friend, one for friend Steph as well. She gave me a few plants in the summer, and all beauties, and this one is a lovely one. Overwintering it indoors as well, because first time I've got this one, and this is a beautiful one as well, as you can see. Gorgeous, lovely fleshy rosettes of awesomeness. So guys, that's them in, and thank you so much, Daz and Edith, again for these stunners. All the other plants you've given us are doing very, very well, and these are going to overwinter perfectly in the grow room here. As I say, I've got lights. Very dark day today, horrible weather, but it is fall, so these grow lights are absolute godsend for adding light in the places where you need a bit of extra boost during the winter months. So thank you so much for watching, everyone. For lots more tips and tricks, don't forget to subscribe. And do check out my website for lots of growing tips on there. desertplantsofAvalon.com. I want to wish you all a fantastic plant-powered day. Gorgeousness.